Hello and welcome to From the Roots Up, where we are building our homestead together little by little from the roots up. I'm Christy, and today we're talking all about dahlias. Now there's really three different ways you can plant dahlias. The first is by planting cuttings. You can also plant tubers, or what we're going to be doing today, you can plant seeds. Now, there's a difference in these methods. First of all, if you plant cuttings or tubers, you are going to get an exact identical dahlia to the one that you saved the tubers from. However, if you plant seeds, you are never quite sure what kind of dahlia you're going to get. That's because it could exhibit any characteristic from its entire genetic line. So if you want a mystery grab bag, seeds are the way to go. But if you find a dahlia you just love and have to have, you need to seek out the tuber or a cutting from somebody who has one. This year on our homestead, we're going to be planting dahlias in two different ways, from the bulb and from seed. We have a few special bulbs. This one is my daughter Michaela picked out it, and it's called the Mom's Special, and we'll be planting that. We also have on the way one called the Michaela Miranda, which we had to have in honor of our sweet Michaela, and the Daddy's Girl. So those will be coming and we'll plant those, and we know exactly what those will look like. But we wanted to start picking out and breeding our own dahlias. So we are going to be today planting dahlias from seed, and then if we find a variety in here that we really love, we will save the tubers of it and plant it again next year. Now, dahlias are not winter hardy here in Zone 7B, so we have to dig them up every year just to make sure that they survive. One dahlia seed can produce anywhere from 3 to 10 tubers each year. That means if you dig up those tubers and you plant 10 of those tubers the next year, each of those dahlia tubers can produce 3 to 10 more tubers. And you can see how that could exponentially grow really, really quickly. So dahlias are an excellent way to grow your cut flower supply or to produce lots of beautiful blooms to share with your friends and family. If you're looking for a great resource on dahlias, this is the best book that's out there. It came out about a year ago, and it's called Discovering Dahlias by Erin Benzakein. I'll link this down below so that you can see where to get a copy. But it not only is it a really super educational book, it is gorgeous. And she's got all the pictures from her dahlia farm. She's in a dahlia breeding program, and it is just stunning. So this is a beautiful book to have and to have on your coffee table just to flip through, but it's also the best book for understanding the process of growing and saving dahlias. As we start these dahlia seeds, we're going to use our own personally mixed up seed starting mix. And if you want tips and tricks on how to do that and why we do that, I will link that video down below. Here's so you can see, this is the potting mix that came in a bag, and as you can see, some of these are starting to dry out, and I even watered them this morning. This is, I've been having to water this a lot more. This is the seed starting mix that we mixed, and it's harder to see the seedlings in here because it's more chunky, but I have had to water this maybe once since we started. It stays so beautiful and moist. The vermiculite and the perlite just hold that moisture in. So that is a great reason to mix your own seed starting mix, because you have control over the ingredient, and you can make sure that you have enough of those things in there that absorb and hold and maintain moisture. So I have dahlia seeds from 3 different companies. Now remember, it doesn't matter where you get these dahlia seeds from, you're not gonna be completely assured on what the dahlias are gonna look like. I have dahlia seeds from Swan Island Dahlias, and they produce some of the most gorgeous dahlias. Florette's Dahlia Mix, and these are from the lady that wrote the book. I cannot wait to get these planted. And last but not least, Hudson Valley's Bishop's Children Dahlia Mix. So as we plant these, we're going to take a couple of seeds and just press them lightly down into the pre-moistened soil. Let's get planting. Dahlias are notoriously spotty germinators, and there's a couple of ways that we're going to try to avoid that. First of all, if you'll notice, I put at least a couple, sometimes 3 dahlia seeds in each of the pods. So hopefully at least one of those will germinate. Another thing that we can do to boost germination is to make sure they stay warm. You can do this by putting them in a nice warm sunny location to germinate, or what I'm going to do is to put them on a heat mat, and that will give them the extra ambient warmth they need to go ahead and push up through the soil. Well, I don't know about you, but I cannot wait to see what exciting treasures we get popping up among our dahlias. Thanks for joining us. If you learned a little something, be sure to give this video a like and subscribe so that you can follow along with our updates as we build our homestead together from the roots up.